All right, good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, investor mentor. Yes, okay, quite a few people are already joining us. And what would you know? Still have Zoom problems. I'm going to figure out Zoom one day. So, never been a fan too much of Zoom, but all right. So, new deals, new markets, exit strategies. We are doing quite a few still rehabs at this time. As a matter of fact, if you are paying attention to our spreadsheet, our inventory, and like I tell you, if you do not have access to our spreadsheet, it's a very simple Excel, but it has all of our inventory there. It works. Bottom line is, if you're paying attention to it, you've seen that a lot of the homes have been removed at this time. Those are the homes we are rehabbing at this time. We have now scheduled contractors, handymans, and they are set to start on those now this week. Some are starting today, some tomorrow, some on Friday. So we're going to get those things going again. You'll see those same deals that you saw on our spreadsheet later on being sold as ARVs. And that's what the number breakdown is. Okay. All these numbers we add on to is to help you. That's how we add value. I'm going to turn my camera over here in a second. But so what I'm getting is, the deals that you see on the spreadsheet, those are the deals that are available for everyone, including ourselves. That is my go-to. Put them on this spreadsheet. It's an even. Anybody can get access to them. Anybody can invest in them. And of course, when I say we need, it's typically I need my contractor to stay busy. If you get a good crew of contractors, which that's a whole lesson we can talk about coaching, is you want to keep them busy. You never want to lose a good crew, and then you're trying to find somebody else, and then you're back into embarking that whole mission of, is anybody actually want to work kind of thing. So, we keep them busy, but a lot of these, we're doing a lot more lease options, rent to owns. My goal is now, okay, it's typically 100 mobile homes as and typically a mixture between rentals, rent to owns, lease options, could be Airbnb, Section 8s, passive income. That's what I call them, is their passive income. And I typically like to have 100 in a portfolio at one time. Now, obviously, we have some like lease options or rent to owns, they sell. It's only 3 to 5 years. I typically don't go over 5 years in an agreement, but then they sell. And once they sell, obviously, well, that asset is no longer producing passive income because they don't pay me off. We give them their title, we do the final closing, and we part ways, right? So then we get another one. And for every one I sell, it's always like, well, now let's get 2 more. And now let's get 3 more. So we've been slowly, gradually getting more and more. And this year I thought, let me challenge myself. Okay, one more time. Let me challenge myself. We do the same thing. We simply need to multiply, which can be very hands-on. Obviously, when you're dealing with contractors, handymans, materials, and rehabs, it's a task in itself, right? But my goal is 500 mobile homes. I want to have more mobile homes than the average mobile home community has. Okay, now I'm not going to talk too much about differences in owning a community versus just mobile homes tonight, but it's, responsibility. I'll put it that way. There's a lack of responsibility, or there's responsibility you don't have to worry about when you own the mobile homes versus the parking itself. All good investments, but that's our goal: 500 mobile homes. So we're not going to do that all. Obviously, in the state of Georgia, we are venturing further and further. As you've been following our social media, you've seen that we are going to be in Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico this year. Which, as a matter of fact, it's 9 after 7, and at 7:30, we have the first call with the 10 members of the Level Up, which is going to be 10 strong, dedicated investors that want to grow with us. So the only way to grow is to grow your team, your network, and obviously start getting boots on the ground and more people involved. So that's what we're doing. A lot of good stuff coming. All right. I'm going to share my screen and show you a couple of the homes. All right, let's see. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so right now we've added quite a few more homes down in the Macon, Warner Robins area. Byron, we got a few coming up available as well. All these areas are central Georgia. Check out the map of Georgia, and you'll see you got Macon, Warner Robins, Perry, Byron, all those hot areas, hot market for rentals, rent to owns. So a lot of good potentials out in that way. This one here is actually closer to Gray, Georgia, which is considered Jones County, and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide. Pitch roof, yes, shingle, and I mean the majority of what this home needs is a cleanup. And again, I'm not going to go specific on here one by one. I say this every Tuesday is, you take your time, you review this on at your own pace, on the spreadsheet. Every time we upload something, it does update. So yes, people keep asking, is the sheet updated? It updates every second. Every second it's updated. So when you open it, you're seeing the latest and the greatest version. Okay. ARV on this one, after repair value, means once I make it move-in ready, livable, presentable, call it whatever you want. Okay, it's ready to be lived in. The numbers that we're seeing in this area is around 23,000 ARV. Okay, rental rates in area, should you choose to be a landlord, which again is a great market for it, you're looking around 750 for this home. Okay, take away obviously the lot rent, which is 330. Your net would be whatever the difference is on that. Okay, if you choose to take this one on and do more like a lease option or a rent to own, similar concept, you obviously can raise the rental rate. That's just to give you an idea. When I put on here 750, I'm not saying, hey, you can't do more than 750. Now, obviously, you want to be mindful of what the market allows, but you can do. Can I do 800? Yes, you can do 800. That's between you and your buyer or your resident, right? It just make sure you obviously you don't, some in real estate it's called you don't gouge, obviously in that sense. But asking for this mobile home as is at this time is 7,000 or best offer. Okay. Do not forget the financing. I'm only going to touch on this for a slight second. The financing is, and I went over this, I think, with 3 people individual. I said I'm not doing that individually. Okay. The financing still stands available. If you want to invest in this one, for instance, for 7,000, for us to finance to you as an investor, won't work for end buyers, only for investors. You would have to come in with at least half of that, meaning 3,500. We can spread the other 3,500 between 12 months, 14 months. We'll obviously keep that at that number, which would be lower than the 750. I would say if we finance 3,500 to you as an investor, you're probably looking at around 600 a month. And I say that because again, you can make your asset pay for itself in a very short time. If I were to take on that same concept as what I just told you, I would come in and say, yeah, that's less money out of my pocket. 3,500 I put down, and I can start rehabbing it, right? Get you a couple thousand into it if that's what it takes to rehab it, and put it on the market. Before I make my first payment, it should already be on the market. Then you come in and you sell it for 23,000. You can pay the other 3,500, and you walk away with your profits. Should you choose to do a lease option or rent to own with somebody and buyer, okay? Remember, your numbers are higher. Not to mention, you're going to get a down payment. So the down payment itself will pay the remaining mortgage, we'll call it at this time, that you have on the mobile home. And then it's you just making your profit. So, all these little things I'm doing, it's always to add value, any exit strategies that can help you. Okay. Go to the next one. I'm only going to do a couple this evening. Don't forget, we do have quite a bit of homes that need to be moved. That is North Georgia. So I know a lot of investors are asking about Central Georgia, and if you can take on the challenge and move them from North Georgia, which is close to Dalton, Georgia, by all means. Let me see. I was wanting to show you 13. That's another one. Here's another one. Okay. And this one, by the way, the one I just showed you, lot 6 in Macon, which was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And this one, which is same community, by the way, another 2-bedroom, 2-bath will be the next ones that we rehab as well. So again, you see them on here for a short period of time. It is for you to jump on these and immediately claim them. Put a deposit on them and hold this. Once you put a deposit and hold the mobile home, we cannot show it to anybody else. So if you're serious and you want to secure a mobile home, that is the best way to go about it. Okay. 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide, same numbers, 23K ARV. This is actually a 95 model. I just got through doing a little bit of due diligence on this one, a solid unit. So 750, same number, lot rent 330, includes trash. Okay. So asking 8K on this one. Again, clean up, touch up. I mean, this is what you want to see. You want to be able to come in and invest on something that you can get in and get out quickly. We're not really posting hardcore rehabs at this point on there. I know in Griffin we do have a couple. I think it's lot 44 and 47. You can check those out later, and those need a lot more extensive. Which the numbers for are asking is also lower. But again, how long will it take me to rehab? That's a question you need to be asking yourself when you're doing a due diligence. Not just what can I get for it. How much I can get it for, how much will I be all into it? Those are the 3 major questions, but also how long will it take me, right? Because there's a holding cost. Don't forget that. If you pay lot rent, which you should, every mobile home in a community does, and it takes you 3 or 4 months to rehab, you're talking 3 or 4 payments that, that can start eating into your profits as well. So, and hey, no mobile home should take 3 or 4 months unless nobody's doing anything on it. Okay. Even more extensive rehabs, 5, maybe 6 weeks, which is a month and a half. Done. That should be on the market. And of course, we don't wait for something to be done to put it on the market. Okay. That's another strategy I coached this week, and that was a wholesaler. He was destined to be the biggest wholesaler ever, but his concept was backwards. He said, well, I'm going to get this type of mobile homes here, this type of mobile homes there. I'm going to focus on this and focus on that. All good stuff. But the number one thing to focus as a wholesaler is your buyer. Your buyer comes first. That's the Apple method way. have a buyer first and then have the product. Because if nothing more, once you have a buyer, then you know what to go shop for. You see, it makes it easy. So when I do stumble upon a deal quotations, I know who to sell it to, right? Anyway, so all right, next one is Dublin. This is Eagle Trace Mobile Home Park. Can't believe I said that out loud, by the way. We don't typically do that. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, single wide. ARB 17K, rental rate 725. Law rent is higher than I like in those areas. It's 525. This is actually an investor that I think sent this one in to us a couple of days ago. So, and yes, we're not charging anything at this time. If you want to put your deals on our spreadsheet, that's plenty fine. Connect with us. We may even buy it from you. Okay, we do. We're steady buying. We're steady moving. We're steady selling. We're doing all the above. So if you have a deal, send it to us. If you want to pitch the deal on these Tuesday call, send me an email. And on the chat box, I've already added it, j@garciamhu.com. And we'll definitely walk you through and get you on here to present your deal. We used to do that a lot more when we had the Zoom, but Zoom just so many little headaches. They seem like we quit doing that. So, and I keep saying I'm going to connect the Instagram to our desktop so that I don't have to hold my phone and show you my deals. But it is what it is. It works. Okay, let's keep going. So this one here, another one. Look at the mobile home, and again, what does it need? You got to remember, and a lot of I think what I'm seeing is a lot of these investors, they're steady on this. Yeah, but we should get new doors. Yeah, but we should get something different here. Don't forget, okay, as an investor, it's like same as real estate, comparables, comps, okay, comparables. You have to be able to comp one house to another and see what it's sold for, right? The same happens with mobile homes. If you're coming into this mobile home investing niche and you're thinking, well, I'm going to put granite countertops, I'm going to put different cabinets, I'm going to, and some mobile home investors consider themselves artists. Well, that's fine. But don't forget that every penny you put into the mobile home, it's a penny you got to get back before you get your ROIs, return on your investment. And when I think about adding things onto the mobile home, it's always how can I add value? What can I add to it that is going to make me a higher return on my investments? If I was going to rent it, what could I do that's going to rent for more? Okay, add an extra bedroom. That's always huge. A lot of communities don't mind you put a extension on the side of the mobile home, which says it's an additional bedroom. A lot of, let's say, a 16 by 80, which is the biggest single wides they have. You may have a 2-2. You can easily divide one of the bedrooms because of how big it is and convert it into a 3-2. Adding an extra room or adding things like that always going to give it a lot more value. Now, instead of selling for 20K, maybe you're around 23 or 24,000. Instead of renting for 700, maybe you're in the 800 mark, right? Adding granite countertops, that's not going to do that. That's only going to add a bill. Nobody pays more for that, okay? You come in and you rehab so much on this mobile home, but don't forget the one across from you is maybe rundown. The one behind you is the same way. Well, that's not a situation you can control. So stick within comparables. All right. Let me see what else. I'm going to do one more, and then I want to talk about a couple things. Strategies. That's what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, Griffin got another one there. So small single wide 2 bedroom 1 bath. I think we were asking that much for that one. Okay, I mean, good. So 2 bedroom 1 bath. ARB is 18.5. Let's see. Rental rate 750. Yeah, same community. So again, another one cleanup job. Come in and for what you can see, nothing is major there, just a bunch of mess, which is typical when people get evicted. They don't clean up after themselves for the most part. So that's where we come in and we clean it up. All right. So okay. I want to talk about a couple things real quick. So if you don't have access to our spreadsheet, j@garciamhu.com. Send me an email. We can share that with you. I see there's quite a bit of people. And yes, I can see one on my sheet, by the way. So we do keep up with that as well. Emails, names, contacts, and that's not to scare anybody off. It just means I do keep up with, obviously, people reviewing our spreadsheet. From time to time, you may get an email inviting you to come in and see the deals or whatever it may be. Okay. If there's certain areas that are not listed on our spreadsheet that you're interested in as well, again, send us an email. A lot of times we may not be posting something, mobile homes in a certain area, but does not mean that we don't have connections there. So we can definitely connect you with investor, boots on the ground, whoever may be in those areas. And obviously you can invest that way as well. So, all right, a couple announcements we got. Pretty big stuff coming up. So March 11th, I was talking about this Sunday, Saturday, and last Friday, 3 days this past weekend. March 11th is going to be a one-day training. It's going to be a workshop on how to create passive income through mobile homes. It is not the shadow. I keep saying it because the same question comes in. Oh, this is the shadow. The shadow is something different. The shadow is a step-by-step, come by my side, and I'll take you out and I'll show you how to invest in mobile homes. This workshop is going to be more creating passive incomes. So you think about all the strategies that we use, and there's so many more we're trying to venture into as well. But maybe you want to wholesale, you want to rent to own, lease options, okay? Airbnbs, which we got campers that are going probably live next week as well. They're going to be set up and ready to start that also. So we got Airbnbs, we got Section 8s, veteran housing assistance, elderly housing, okay? Transportation and mobile homes. Maybe land, if you're looking for actual real estate and put a mobile home, we have the land packages as well that we'll teach you there also. So, the goal is that I want to teach you every exit strategy possible to create passive income. Mobile home investing to me is diversification. There's so many ways to create passive income streams of it, right? Don't just stick to one. So that's what March 11th is going to be. That's going to be down in Tampa, Florida at our LED studio. Check it out, ledlivestudio.com, where we actually have the open house tomorrow. We have the open house tomorrow. We got the ribbon cutting with the Chamber of Commerce. So we have big things happening. If anybody's in the area down in Tampa, Florida, want to join us tomorrow, I believe it's 3:30 to around 7 p.m. We're going to be there live. We'll be playing, the studio will be fully 100% being operated so you can see what it has to offer as well. So, but we got a lot of events, and I've said this on here. Any coaches, speakers, mentors, this is a perfect spot for all of you. If you're there to coach your students or your clients, whoever it may be, you don't only reach so many people, obviously, in the stage, but you also through virtual. You got the Zoom playing, so a lot of potential things coming out of that. Okay. Level up investment. That's in 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, we're going to go live on that as well. If you got an email, if you've been confirmed, it is only for 10 members at this time. We'll talk about that more next week as well, because then we'll start giving access to other people that want to join us. Okay. The level up investment is for serious investors that are ready to take their investing to the next level. We're going to grow. We're going to grow, and it's going to happen with the group of investors. Okay. Let me see real quick if any questions. If you are ready to invest, j@garciamhu.com. You can always check out our website as well. The call does get recorded also, so don't forget, you can also check it out on social media. All right, I'm going to get ready for my call. I will see you. I'll go live tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow from around 3 to 7, I'll be in and out of Instagram, or we're going to be at the studio. So till then, have a great night, and thank you for watching.